Hello, folks. Welcome to the New Thought Media Network, and welcome to Thanksgiving 2023. My name is Zoe DeMuro, and as the host of Choice Your Creative Superpower, I just wanted to take a moment to express my gratitude, my thanks. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you, the viewers, because you make this possible. And I also wanted to thank the founder of New Thought Media Network, Reverend Dr. Robert Brzezinski, for providing this platform, providing this community for us to explore our spirituality in ways that we might not have even considered. With all of the meditations and with the discussions and with the interviews and all that we do here on the New Thought Media Network, including prayer, we are attempting to bring the joy of New Thought out into this world. And it's you who make this possible. So thank you all, and have a magnificent day, knowing that you are loved, and you are appreciated, and you are blessed. Namaste.
Choice, your creative superpower. We have the power to manifest as we dedicate attention to our thoughts, but often miss opportunity to achieve the greatest good. Your superpower is waiting to be unleashed to unlock a fuller, more rewarding world for all. Join us every Thursday at noon Mountain Time for Choice, your creative superpower with Zoe DeMuro. And now, here's Zoe.
Hello, folks. Welcome to the New Thought Media Network. My name is Zoe DeMuro, and I'm honored, as always, to be your host for Choice, Your Creative Superpower. We're here each Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 12 noon Mountain Time, to consider how you can use your superpower to create your life experience for the greatest good. Coming back. It's good to see you here again. And if this is your first time, welcome to the show. So good to see you. So let's see, where are we today? Oh, yes. I'm a religious science practitioner at the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living in Northern California, and I'm also a transformational coach. I work with people who are looking to live their lives to the fullest. Today's episode is episode 19. We'll be exploring choice and gratitude. Now, why did I choose gratitude? Well, in the United States, the fourth Thursday in November is Thanksgiving Day. And a common tradition is to speak about what we're grateful for. Personally, I got to say that I find holidays and special days of note that are designed to celebrate something we could and perhaps should be doing every single day is kind of limiting. I guess that's the way I'd phrase it. For example, in addition to the obvious Thanksgiving Day, there's things like Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Valentine's Day, Mother's or Father's Day. I mean, do we really need specific days to tell us to express our gratitude, our appreciation, or our love? Well, yeah, if you want to ensure that people are spending money, you do. But I digress. Certainly, many religious and spiritual traditions do encourage cultivating gratitude as an important moral virtue, as opposed to immoral virtue, I guess. For millennia, gratitude has been a popular topic among philosophers. Cicero, for example, said that gratitude is not only the greatest one, but also the mother of all other remaining virtues. Now, Seneca and Hume very different philosophers looked at this from kind of the opposite end of the spectrum, and they respectively said that, I love this, ingrates rank below thieves, rapists, and adulterers. And of all crimes that human creatures are capable of committing, the most horrid and unnatural is ingratitude. Well, wow. No, I mean, these guys were not pulling punches here. I really wonder what their home life was like. Did they have like really tough time with friends and relatives? But regardless, their point is well made. Gratitude is an important thing. But defining gratitude, this becomes really interesting. It seems, based on my research, there is a real difference of opinion as to whether gratitude is considered to be a feeling, an emotion, a state of mind. So listen to these. These are things that I've gleaned. Gratitude is regarded as a feeling of appreciation by a recipient of another's kindness, gifts, help, favors, or other form of generosity to the giver of such gifts. So it's the appreciation to the giver, not the appreciation for the gifts. It's important. Another way of looking at gratitude is an emotion, one that makes a person feel happier. So it's an emotion that actually can give a boost to other emotions and feelings. Gratitude is defined as a state of being appreciative of benefits received. And then we have this one. I kind of like this one. Gratitude is both a temporary feeling and a dispositional trait. For either of these, gratitude involves a process. Okay? Process of first recognizing that one has obtained a positive outcome, a benefit of some sort, and second, that there is an external source for that outcome. So it's this two-step process, which I've seen described as affirmation and recognition, affirming that there is this wonderful thing, and recognition that it came from someone else. So when I look at all of this, I'm thinking of gratitude as a process. We can call it gratitudining. Yeah, that's probably never going to catch on as a real word. I think it would give a spell checker horrible fits. So we won't go there. But you get to choose how you want to see gratitude. I do want to throw another possibility into the mix first, though. How about gratitude as a way of life? Or, if you prefer, gratitude as a way to a fulfilling life. Once again, you get to choose. I personally think that gratitude can take any of those forms. But I also think that it requires a significant effort to incorporate gratitude into your life if you have not already done so. Bear in mind, we're not talking about purely reciprocal interactions. What I mean is, it's not that, well, someone does something for you and you return the favor. That's certainly being thankful, being gracious, but gratitude goes beyond that, because gratitude is not dependent upon receiving anything when you get right down to it. So let's say a friend brings me a book, and they thought, hey, I think you'd really like to read this book. That's very nice of them. My gratitude is for our relationship and the closeness we share, the fact that the person knew enough about me, cared enough about me to think about me in this way, far more than the actual book itself. Okay, thankful for the book, but expressing gratitude for the thought. I really like the way author Melody Beatty explains this. She said, gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. She goes on to say that gratitude turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, and confusion into clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for tomorrow, and creates a vision. Brings peace for today. I'm reading it here, I'm getting it wrong. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. If you'd like a more concise version, let's go to W.A. Ward, who says, gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgiving, can turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. I like that. I like that a lot. Another thing that I was considering about gratitude, there's both an art and a science to gratitude. Now, let me explain this. The art tends to be in how we approach the practice or the process, whatever it is that you want to refer this as, while the science tends to describe the effects on our experience of life. So I actually want to start with the science side of this because I found it to be extremely enlightening. Now, I'm going to talk about some benefits here that were backed by a number of scientific studies. Now, in all honesty, I've got to say, I was really surprised to see that gratitude has been studied in this way. But listen to these specific benefits that were noted. And this is in numerous studies. Gratitude can lead to more engaging relationships, and it can lead to more relationships. It can improve both physical and psychological health. It can enhance empathy, and in doing so, can reduce aggression. Gratitude can enhance sleep. It can improve self-esteem. And it can increase mental strength or resilience. That's a pretty good list. And it's not an exhaustive list. You know, it makes me think that gratitude should be a part of every doctor's toolkit. You go into the doctor and you explain what's going on. Well, I see, Mr. DeMuro, I understand what you're going through. And by the way, when was the last time that you practiced gratitude? Hey, could be a thing. I am very much aware that this particular discussion so far has not really spoken about choice as much as we have in other episodes. It doesn't mean that choice doesn't enter into the picture. Far from it. There might indeed be fewer choices to make regarding gratitude. I mean, how you define it, whether or not you choose to employ it in your life, but understand that the ways in which gratitude affects and informs your choices are absolutely profound and plentiful. But we're going to look at both sides of this, as we often do. So I want to take a look at why I would suggest that there's an art to gratitude. First of all, there is really nothing in human nature that requires gratitude. Unlike, say, addressing fear or problem solving. I mean, those are things that we need to do to be able to survive. And you can certainly choose to go through your life without gratitude at all and still manage to live your life. You can indeed survive. But is that really the kind of life that you want to choose? Choosing deliberately and consciously to make gratitude a part of your life will provide a profound benefit for your life satisfaction. And yeah, I'm not hedging my bets here and saying it might or it could. It will provide that benefit. When we choose gratitude in its pure form, that is to say, that is a way to simply be thankful for something given to us or done for us, but acknowledging the giver more so than the gift. We create a bond, a relationship, a belonging that brings an even greater sense of fulfillment to our lives. Some people are very big on the idea of gift wish lists. You know, the idea that if someone is looking to buy a gift for you, they can look at this list and they can be assured that they're getting you something that you feel you want or need. Does it feel good to receive one of those gifts? Sure. But think about those times when someone surprises you, when it's not your birthday or some gift-related holiday or event, and they thought of you and gave you something that truly speaks to who you are in the world, or did something for you that was so unexpected or so wonderful that you find yourself speechless. It isn't the thing or the action that thrills. It's the attention, the focus, the connection. That's gratitude. You have to make a choice to see it in that way. You could just as easily accept the gift, leave it at that. Gratitude can be practiced. It can be developed. It can be a part of your life. It can even become a part of your identity. Again, you get to choose. However it is that you define gratitude, I personally do see it as a spiritual practice. And when I say spiritual, as many of you would probably know, I'm not speaking specifically of religion. Excuse me. Because spirituality is not tied to a specific religion. Nor would I say it's non-denominational. I would actually say that it's interdenominational because it transcends dogma or principles. All it really requires of you is that you believe in other people. In Carol Carnes' book, The Way In, she says that spiritual practice opens us to thrival skills. That's THRIVAL, thrival skills, which are inherent in a positive attitude. Spiritual practice opens us to thrival skills, which are inherent in a positive attitude. I love that word, thrival. It's awesome. So I actually found an Urban Dictionary definition for thrival because while I felt I had an understanding of it, I wanted to see if there was anything out there. And this is a great description. It defines thrival as an adjective describing a person who has transitioned out of survival mode and into an optimal state of health, vitality, joy, and well-being. That's what I'm talking about. Gratitude, like any art form, is something that most of us need to learn and develop so that we can get the greatest result possible, right? So, choosing to see that this can literally transform your life experience, and then choosing to do the work to develop it, that's entirely up to you. So, let's explore how you can choose gratitude in your life. This is where you get to be artistic. Remember, we're talking about choice as your co-creative superpower. So choose to find balance in life. If you are constantly on the go, constantly working to complete, to attain, to produce, when is there time to simply enjoy what you've accomplished? Being able to slow down, to be present, to the mind, to be mindful, actually enhances your ability to be grateful. Gratitude requires attention. Attention requires presence. Presence is the power that defeats limitation. I always like to look for very practical applications of spiritual techniques, which brought me to an interesting study that looked at how gratitude affects financial choices. I thought it was really an unusual way to look at it. What they discovered is that people who were more grateful were less likely to look for instant gratification and therefore could make better, more informed financial decisions. Isn't that awesome? Here's another way that you can consider this. Choose to see your life as an inventory. Now, an inventory isn't a list of what's missing. It's like, oh, we need this, this, this. No, it's a list of what's present as well. So being grateful for what we otherwise take for granted can have a profound effect on our ability to understand true abundance in our life. It's all too common that we don't necessarily realize how much we have until something is taken away from us. If our life inventory is nothing more than a recording of lack, I need this, I need this, I need this, I don't have that. Abundance as a concept in your life just doesn't stand a chance because we'll always be chasing what we don't have. Choose to see the bigger picture of your life. Whatever circumstance or condition exists at this moment, it does not define you. The job you didn't get, that doesn't diminish the skills you've developed. It doesn't erase the experience that you've accumulated. Be grateful for what you've learned. Be grateful for your experience. The relationship that didn't work out, it's not a failure. It simply wasn't the right one for you. Be grateful that you can honor who you are and stand in integrity. Now, I'm not suggesting that gratitude means that you deny reality. Some of you will be familiar with the idea of the spiritual bypass, where if something is not quite the way you want it to be, that you just put these blinders on and say, oh, no, it's not really there. I'm perfect, whole, and complete, and that's all there is to it. No. It means being able to see all sides of this, being able to see that despite conditions or circumstances, there is still so much to be grateful for. Which brings me to this idea. Choose to see the smaller picture of your life. What I mean is the simple everyday things that we don't even think about normally. Hey, you woke up this morning. You drew breath. You could think. You could reason. You could decide. You could take a drink of water. Grab some food. Read a book or a magazine if you chose to. As you look at these details, these little aspects of your life, this small picture, you probably don't give much thought to these on a daily basis. So I'd suggest you allow your focus to shift to the same type of details for the world in general. The vast majority of the world has no internet access, no computer access. And even today, there are still countries where the literacy rate is actually below 30%. Below 30%. 1 in 3 people in the world do not have access to clean drinking water. Hunger is the number 1 cause of death in the world, with over 30% of the world's population unable to get year-round access to adequate food. Simply put, compared to many, many other people in the world, this very day, you are blessed. So why not express gratitude? Believe me, I'm not saying any of this to be condescending or scornful in any way. But, when you consider the consumer-centric world that we live in, the gratitude muscle, so to speak, has atrophied significantly, which is all the more reason why gratitude is a choice. It's not a given, it's a choice. So choosing to exercise that muscle, to work gratitude into your daily routine, to make it an integral part of your life, can bring about a sense of well-being that benefits us physically, emotionally, spiritually. There was a really interesting study conducted by a gentleman by the name of Marty Seligman, his colleagues at the University of Pennsylvania. What they did was they had subjects do something called a gratitude visit. And what you do in a gratitude visit is you write a letter of gratitude to someone who has been especially kind to you, but you've never thanked them. Then you deliver that letter to the person in person, and you read the letter aloud to them. What was absolutely fascinating was that not only was the experience incredibly happy one for the recipient, it was equally, if not more joyful for the person who wrote and delivered the letter. And what was really fascinating was that it carried over into their daily experience and practice of gratitude. It had this lasting effect of joy in their lives. So, as you go through your day, as you go through the upcoming holiday season, my wish for you is that you choose to bring gratitude into your life to the greatest extent possible. Remember, the root of the word gratitude comes from grazia, meaning grace. And grace is what brings an ease, a fluidity, and a comfort to life. Folks, I want you to know that I am grateful for you. I am grateful for the New Thought Media Network for this opportunity. I'm grateful to my family and to my friends, to those people who hold me in the most incredible loving kindness, who believe in me even when I have trouble believing in myself. I could probably spend the next 4 hours talking about what I'm grateful for, but I don't think that's the best way to use our time. Now, if there is anything that you would like to share with me about gratitude and choice, I would love to hear it. So please feel free to email me. Let's see, where are we? Here we go. You can connect with me via this email address, zodemuro@gmail.com. I'd love to hear what you have going on. If you have any questions about the show or any ideas for topics you'd like to see me cover, feel free to send those as well. And there's my cat who is determined to be a part of this. Okay, come here. Okay, so there's Smidge. Say hello, Smidge. Folks, I'm honored to have spent time with you this week. Please go to ntmedia.org. Check out all that we have to offer because we have so much. Today, for example, 12 noon Pacific time, 1 p.m. Mountain time. Check out Finding the Joy in the Journey with the superb Reverend Gina Calvario Krupka. At 1 p.m. Pacific time, it's 2 p.m. Mountain time, Vibrant Living Hour with the ever-engaging practitioner, Ken Ludwig. Looking for prayer, meditation, information, discussion? We've got it, and so much more. We even have New Thought music at ntmedia.org/listen. So anything that you can do to help us bring about this greatest good to an even greater audience would be greatly appreciated. So I, without a doubt, wish you much love and many, many blessings. Have a magnificent, magnificent week, and I'll see you soon.
Choice, your creative superpower. We have the power to manifest as we dedicate attention to our thoughts, but often miss opportunity to achieve the greatest good. Your superpower is waiting to be unleashed to unlock a fuller, more rewarding world for all. Join us every Thursday at noon Mountain Time for Choice, your creative superpower with Zo Muro.